How's it going, everybody? Welcome to OP Entertainment. I'm Omar Darwish.
And I'm Pratik Cherian.
And this is our review of Past Lives. We're going to go spoiler-free, and it's going to be very difficult to do that, but we are going to try.
Might be the hardest one we've ever done.
We are going to try. A lot of editing is probably going to have to go down for this video. This was directed by Celine Song.
Yes.
Starring Greta Lee and Tae Yo, I think.
I think you're right.
Maybe
yeah.
Yao.
Yeah. It's Greta Song's...
Directorial debut, right?
Celine Song.
Song. Yeah, Greta Song.
Celine Song's directorial debut. She wrote it as well. And, wow.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah.
Go see this movie. Just
go see the movie. If you don't want to know anything more, just, hey, did they like it or not? Yeah, we liked it. Go see it.
Liked, loved. I love this movie. This movie made me feel every emotion. I was saying this off camera, but literally like every emotion and all the ones in between.
Yes.
And just like... From just like joy to like really just like it's so charming in some points, and like it's not a feel good movie, but there's moments where you feel really good and there's moments where you just feel bad and you just feel awkward, and there's just so much. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I think this is one of those movies that I think different people, the emotion that you take away from it could be different based on your life experience.
Do you think so? Because I felt like this movie, regardless of your life experience, you will relate to these characters because of how it's laid out. Like,
I guess I can see someone walking away from it and being like, man, I feel real uplifted from that movie. Like, I can see it.
The standout of this movie is the director, I would say. This is such a well put together movie.
So backing up really quickly, because
a
lot of people probably have never heard of this movie or don't know anything about what it's about. And
I didn't know anything going in other than people said it was really good coming out of Sundance.
Same. And so I wasn't sure what to expect. But yeah, if you want to know what the movie's about, it basically follows a boy and a girl who are childhood friends and their relationship and relationships as they grow up. In two different places.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And just the dynamic between all of the cast involved. It's a small cast, this movie, very small cast, especially like the main players involved. But but the dynamic between all of these characters, I loved. I loved the characters. I'm gushing about this movie, and there's so much I want to say about it's certain things in particular that I just feel like I can't without you just got to see it. Also, even I feel like if we were to just spoil this movie, it's not like anybody would really get.
It's one
the
you have to experience it. You really do. But speaking about the directing, I think one of the reasons why the directing really, really stands out is because it's a movie about relationships. There's so much of the emotion that's just conveyed in the way that the camera's positioned and the choices they make about
silent moments
and how we get information about these characters. And transitioning to the acting, just the body language conveys so much. Yeah, it's very much real life. Like it's not overly stylized. It's not.
I was saying this in the theater or just right after the movie, that it really feels like you said that Celine Song wrote this.
Yeah,
it feels like she went through this, or at least somebody told her this, because this story is just, it's so rich.
Yeah,
and yet it's simple, but it's so complex at the same time in certain aspects of it.
I think
Go see this movie, guys, please.
I think a word I would use to describe it is just philosophical.
Yeah.
There were so many points in this movie where I just started thinking about my own life.
Yes.
And just relating to what these characters are going through on the screen, or even using that as like a springboard just to think about my own life and my own relationships so much deeper.
That just goes to show how well written this movie is. There's just there's lines of dialogue in this movie where I'm just like, man, that's a tattoo. Like, that's a tattoo right there. Like, should we score it? I don't want to say anymore. I really don't want to say any more about this. I loved it.
The score was great.
The score was fantastic, and I thought that maybe after Across the Spider-Verse, I was just spoiled, and that's why I didn't like the score in The Flash so much. No, this saved me. This saved musical scores in general for me. I was like, this is incredible. It's simple. Yeah, but it's like elegant and beautiful, and it always gives you what you need from the scene.
It complements the story perfectly.
Yeah. And it fades into the story too. Like, it's not just like in your face. I love.
It was fantastic. It was shot on film. You can tell.
Yeah,
cinematography was excellent. Again, I think just with a movie that's just so much about emotions and about conveying emotions, every little thing contributes to the larger picture in such a big way that it's impossible to overstate the importance and how well done every single aspect of this movie is.
Do you feel like if you show this movie to 20 people, 20 different people, they'd have 20 different takeaways from the movie? Or do you feel
I think so.
Because I kind of feel like this movie like set out to make you feel a way, and I don't know. I don't know if there's a bunch to extrapolate.
And see, this is where, because it's a movie that makes you feel so deeply and also makes you think so much, I really do think that 20 different people can watch this movie and come away with like 20 different shades of
the same
well,
thing,
similar I think you can get like a real spectrum of emotion
for sure.
You know? Yeah.
This movie is a spectrum of emotion. That's the quote. I loved it.
There's so much to relate to. There's so much, like, so many different things. Again, anyone can come to this story and really appreciate what's being told
in such a quiet, like, kind of slow burn of a movie.
A little bit.
There's enough happening where, like, how do you feel about the pacing? Because I was gonna say at like midway through that was gonna be like my only real flaw with the movie, but it's paced in such a way where like it adds to the movie because it's going at this pace. I don't know how else to say that.
No, I will say it does feel a little longer than the actual runtime, but I think it's one that.
But it makes it feel lived in though for that. I feel like the movie needs that, you know?
I agree that it needs it, because I also think that it feels long because it's giving you so much to chew on and so much to digest that if it was like zipping through, it wouldn't suit the story. It wouldn't feel right.
The movie wants you to think about every decision that each character can make in this moment for so long that by the time they get like, what's actually going to happen like right now, you know, like God, I love this movie.
It's fantastic.
10?
Oh, 10. 10. Yeah. 10. Easily,
masterpiece.
Easily my best movie of the year.
I don't know if it's easily my best movie of the year. There's like 3 movies I'm gonna have to like rewatch before making my list now. Yeah. We should really do like a midway of the year like list. Honestly, we could, because this year has been so good. Is this like the best year in cinema?
I don't know about that.
This is the best year since we've been reviewing. I think personally, I'm very happy with this year. I'm very happy with this movie. 10. Go see it. Don't take the whole family. Don't take your kids or anything. I wouldn't say that. It's not. I mean, you could. You very much could.
I think you need some maturity, and you need some like a little bit of, I don't know. I think it works better if you have some life experience. But yeah. Go, sure. Like it's a fantastic movie.
10 out of 10. Go see it. 10 out of 10.
Go see it.
All right.
No review for us next week, but we'll be back the week after.
Just watch this one again.
Yeah.
Don't watch us. Go watch Past Lives. Like, there you go.
But we'll be back week after that. We'll see you guys.
See you guys.